How did socialism in the USSR impact culture? How did socialism in the USSR impact culture? This question opens the door to understanding a fascinating transformation in society. The Soviet Union had a unique approach to culture, driven by its socialist ideals. The government aimed to align artistic expression with the values of equality and collective effort. This led to a state-directed cultural framework that shaped the lives of its citizens. One of the most significant aspects of this cultural shift was the promotion of socialist realism. This artistic style became the standard during the rule of Joseph Stalin. Artists, writers, and musicians were encouraged to create works that depicted optimistic portrayals of Soviet life. They focused on the everyday lives of workers, peasants, and soldiers. The goal was to inspire the public and instill pride in the socialist project. However, not all forms of artistic expression were welcomed. The government suppressed alternative cultural movements to maintain ideological conformity. This meant that many creative voices were silenced, and only those that aligned with socialist principles were allowed to flourish. The state controlled cultural institutions like publishing houses, museums, and film studios. This ensured that all content reflected Marxist ideology and promoted the goals of socialism. Socialism in the USSR also brought about significant social changes that were reflected in culture. Women gained more access to education and social roles. State policies actively promoted gender equality, which transformed traditional roles within society. Additionally, the government aggressively promoted atheism, reducing the influence of organized religion. This shift aimed to reshape personal beliefs to fit the socialist narrative. During the early Soviet period, there was a cultural revolution that sought to replace pre-revolutionary norms with new socialist values. Religious education was removed, and Marxist principles were introduced into daily life. The state established specialized agencies to manage cultural life, ensuring that culture served the goals of the socialist state. As time went on, Soviet culture evolved. After World War II, shared experiences helped create a more unified Soviet identity. Citizens began to feel a sense of belonging to the socialist project, even as they maintained local identities. This blend of national and socialist identity added layers to the cultural experience. In practical terms, this cultural shaping meant that Soviet citizens engaged with education, arts, and media through a lens focused on collective progress and patriotism. Public amenities and cultural institutions were made widely accessible. This reflected socialism's commitment to social welfare and cultural participation for all. From the perspective of the Soviet government, these cultural policies were essential for building a society based on equality and shared ideals. The emphasis on socialist realism and state-managed culture was seen as a way to educate citizens and promote social cohesion. This cultural framework aimed to create a society that reflected and supported the new social order.